Hi guys, my name is Anastasia and welcome to English with LinguaTrip. In today's video, I'm going to help you stop translating and start thinking in English. Once you do this, speaking English will become so much easier for you and you'll become fluent a lot faster. But before I share my 5 tips that will help you achieve this, make sure you subscribe to our channel because we're here every week with a fun new lesson.
Everything's in English.
All you need to know.
Alright, how did you learn to speak English?
Tip number 1. Don't think that this skill is only for somebody with a large vocabulary. You can benefit from this from the very start of your journey. So try to combine a few words together to comment on the things that you're doing, on the objects around you. For example, pick up a book, or eat my breakfast, or write down a new word, film a video. I'm commenting on my actions. Or you can look around and name the objects that you see. It's very simple and you can do it. Try to establish a habit because consistency is key. If you don't know the names of certain objects, you can always put post-it notes on them, but make sure you don't overload yourself. A few at a time is the right way to go.
La telefona. El teléfono.
Michael's having a hard time with the gender part of Spanish.
These little notes will help you memorize the words, but also they will be a reminder for you to keep thinking in English. Tip number 2. Make up conversations. Choose a topic and pretend that you're talking to somebody. Here are some ideas. What did you do this past weekend? What do you like to do to relax? If you could meet anyone, who would that be and why? What is your dream job? Do you believe in soulmates? What's your favorite food? Do you sing in the shower? You can play your part as well as the response of the other person. For example, what do you like to do to relax? Honestly, some days I just crash on my sofa and do nothing. At weekends though, I like exploring new places. What about you? I find that listening to audiobooks really helps me relax. Really? What was the last book you listened to? And so on. You got the idea. Practice, practice, practice. The more, the better. Do this at least once a day. Tip number 3. When you don't know the name for something, for an object, use the words you know to describe it. That's kind of how native speakers or people with higher level of English would explain that to you. For example, you forgot what this is called. So what do? You can describe it by using only basic words. For example, you can say, this is a thing I use to make my phone work again. We usually plug it in and it comes in a box with a new phone. You see? Easy.
Easy peasy.
So here are some helpful phrases how you can start describing something. For example, it's the opposite of, or it's similar to, it's a place where, it's something you use to do it, to do something. Like with the charger, it's something you use to make your phone work again. It's an action you do when, for example, it's an action you do when you jump into the water and go deep under it, if you forgot the word to dive. If grammar is something that stops you from thinking in English, we don't want it to be your problem anymore. That's why we created an ebook called Grammar is All You Need, where all the complicated English grammar topics are explained in a simple way. If you're going crazy from all the weird grammatical rules and formulas, if you're having nightmares about articles and sweating at the mere thought of English prepositions, it's time to tame the English grammar once and for all. The link will be in the description box. Tip number 4. Instead of translating all the new words, try Googling, for example, charger meaning, right? If we're talking about a phone charger. And then you will see the definition in English. You want to avoid you won't avoid translating. You want to avoid translating as much as you can. One way of looking at language learning is seeing how kids learn it. First they listen, then they start repeating parts of what they hear, then they can make whole words, sentences, and here we go, they can speak. Ta-da! So it can help you if you think that you are that kid who is learning the language. Whenever you hear or see a word that you don't know, you can write it down in your notes. Imagine you have your phone on you most of the time, or in your notebook. For now, I would focus only on the words that don't allow you to understand the full meaning of a sentence. Tip number 5, surround yourself with English. I know we keep saying it time and again in our videos that you need to surround yourself in English, but hey, this is the only way to dive into an English-speaking environment without leaving your house. Unless you're living in an English-speaking country, how else are you going to do that? YouTube, audiobooks, films, music, TV series, they will help you so much. Even if you don't understand the whole message at first, just stick to it. You remember those little words that you were writing on little notes and sticking everywhere? Well, try noticing them when you're watching a film or you're listening to a song. Recognize what you already know and then build your understanding around that. Remember how kids work? It takes time to soak up a language. You can do it. Click here to watch top 7 romantic comedy movies for English learners, or here for top 10 Netflix shows to improve your English. Thanks for watching, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next week.